Today we're taking a look at these NHL matches, which are happening on Friday, December 16, 2022, and giving you match breakdowns, betting tips and predictions in general on these games. Welcome back to High Stakes. Before we dive into our video, don't forget to subscribe and push that notification bell to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos. Also, check out our perks and join the High Stakes membership. Joining the High Stakes membership is easy, is cheap, but it will help a lot in the growth process of this channel. Plus, if you would like more betting tips and predictions, then check out our Patreon in the link down below. Our new Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. Multiple plans are available for each and every one of you. By becoming a member of the High Stakes Patreon, you will have access to our best team picks, total picks, parlay picks and much more. Stop wasting hours of your time searching for bad betting predictions that ends up costing you a lot of time and money. Join the High Stakes Patreon now and get the best betting picks. Going back to our video, we will give you 2 betting picks for each game, a team pick and a total pick based on facts and detailed explanation. One more thing before we start, check out our new channel High Stakes Props and Parlays, where you can find our player props and parlay picks predictions. You will find the link in the description and comments section below. And make sure to watch our videos till the end so you don't miss any of our picks. Minnesota Wild vs Chicago Blackhawks. The Blackhawks are looking to pull off the upset and win the upcoming game on the road. The problem is that they face the Wild, who, along with being one of the best teams in the Western Conference, have won 3 games in a row and looking to dominate this game on both ends of the ice. The Wild, who average 3.07 goals per game, should pile on the goals against a Blackhawks defense that allows 3.67 goals per game, with Kirill Kaprizov, Matt Zuccarello, Joel Eriksson and the rest of the forward unit carrying the puck into the offensive zone and creating open shots with great puck movement, while defensemen Jared Spurgeon and Kalen Addison generate shots on the net from the blue line. The Wild, who allow only 2.93 goals per game, should also limit the Blackhawks' offense with Jared Spurgeon, Jacob Middleton, and the rest of the defensive unit, creating turnovers in the defensive zone and limiting shots on the net, allowing goaltender Marc-Andre Fleury to make plenty of big saves. The Wild should win the game and cover the spread in a dominant win on their home ice. Our first pick is Wild minus 1.5 goals. The Wild have been playing very well on offense recently. Minnesota scored 3 or more goals in 8 of the last 10 games. Kirill Kaprizov leads the Wild with 36 points and 17 goals. He has recorded 1 or more points in 9 of the last 10 games. The defense and goaltending have both been awful for the Blackhawks this season. They rank 28th in goals against per game and 29th in shots against per game. This season, the over has hit in 10 of Minnesota's 16 home games. Minnesota will score on Chicago and the over will hit. Our second pick is to take the over, 6.5 goals. Calgary Flames vs St. Louis Blues. The current back-to-back set began with a victory for the St. Louis Blues, 14-15-1, who triumphed for the second consecutive time, extending their point run to 3 outings, 2-0-1, following a 4-3 shootout win against the Edmonton Oilers at Rogers Place last night. Jordan Kyrou, 11 goals, 26 points this year, was the star of the show, bagging an involvement in each of St. Louis's regulation snipes, 1 goal, 2 assists, eventually netting the only strike of the skills competition as well. Robert Thomas, 7 goals, 26 points, and Vladimir Tarasenko, 9 goals, 22 points, also scored for the Blues, who have gone past regulation in their last 3 matchups and are 3-1-1 in their most recent 5 games, after going with just a single victory in 7 contests prior, 1-6-0. Point game, 0-0-3, came about for the Calgary Flames, 13-11-6, who were edged out with a 4-3 count following a shootout by the Vancouver Canucks at Scotiabank Saddledome on Wednesday. Mikael Backlund, 6 goals, 18 points this year, Andrew Mangiapane, 7 goals, 14 points, and Trevor Lewis, 6 goals, 9 points, all scored for the Flames, who recovered from a 2-0 first period deficit to take a 3-2 lead, only for the visitors to equalize 5.5 minutes into the second frame and net the only snipe of the tiebreaker. Despite the skid, Calgary has posted just 2 regulation losses in its last 9 outings, 4-2-3. The Blues have dominated this series lately, notching 6 victories in their past 7 overall meetings with the Flames, winning 4 of their previous 5 trips to Calgary. They have been lethal when skating with no rest, triumphing in each of their last 4 outings, played on the second night of a back-to-back set, and have generally been playing pretty decent hockey, banking a 3-1-1 record in their most recent 5 fixtures. Having said that, the Flames have not looked too shabby themselves. Despite a 4-game losing skid, Calgary is still riding a 3-game point run, 0-0-3, and has amassed a truly impressive recent home record of 6-1-1 on the past 8 tries. With both teams having gone to overtime in their previous 3 outings, expect this one to hit the extra session again. Our first pick is St. Louis Blues plus 1.5 goals. St. Louis's offense has been poor this season, and they will be fatigued since they are on the back end of a road back-to-back. They rank 23rd in goals per game and 25th in shots per game this year. St. Louis scored 2 goals or less in 5 of the last 9 games. The offense has been inefficient for the Flames this season. They rank 22nd in goals per game and 5th in shots per game. Calgary scored 3 or fewer goals in 6 of the last 10 games. However, defense and goaltending have both been good for the Flames. Calgary ranks 15th in goals against per game and 4th in shots against per game. St. Louis will struggle to score, and the under will hit in this matchup. Our second pick is to take the under, 6 goals. Arizona Coyotes vs New York Islanders. The Islanders' offense has been great all season, scoring 3.17 goals per game, but recently, the unit has struggled, scoring only 3 goals in the last 2 games. Brock Nelson, Matthew Barzal, and Anders Lee have scored 26 goals and 55 assists to lead the top 2 lines, but the rest of the offense has fallen off recently. The hope is that Josh Bailey and Oliver Wahlstrom can step up as they play a pivotal role in the forward unit, but have only added 12 goals and 13 assists to the offense thus far. The Coyotes are having an awful season with their offense struggling, scoring only 2.74 goals per game. Clayton Keller, Maciej Mixeli, and Lawson Krause have combined for 25 goals and 28 assists, while defensemen Shane Gostisbehere and J.J. Moser have added 9 goals and 27 assists from the point, but the rest of the offense has struggled. Only 3 skaters have 7 goals or more, while only 4 skaters have 10 assists, and opposing defenses can eliminate the top-heavy offense as a result. The Islanders have been the better team all season, but I like the Coyotes to step up on their home ice and control this game. The Coyotes, who have scored 11 goals in their last 3 games, should step up and constantly find the back of the net, with Lawson Krause, Clayton Keller, and the rest of the forward unit establishing an offensive zone presence and creating open shots with quick passes, while Shane Gostisbehere generates shots on the net from the blue line. The Coyotes also look to limit the Islanders' offense with Patrick Nemeth, Jacob Chychrun, and the rest of the defensive unit, creating turnovers at the blue line and limiting shooting lanes, allowing goaltender Karel Vejmelka to make plenty of big saves. The Coyotes should win the game and provide great odds in the process as home underdogs. Our first pick is to take the Coyotes' money line as home underdogs. Both of these teams possess elite goal-scoring ability on some levels, with the likes of Barzal, Keller, Lee and so many more, but overwhelmingly, everything points towards the under in this one, with the under being 4-0 in the past 4 meetings between these two, as well as a 7-0 marker in the past 7 meetings in Arizona. For the Coyotes, the under sits at 6-1 in their past 7 meetings with the Metropolitan Division, and for the Islanders, the under is 4-1 in their past 5 meetings against teams with a losing record, so this may be one of the safest bets in hockey this week. Our second pick is to take the under, 6 goals.